And rolling.
Hello everyone, this is Taka from bigheadtaco.com, and I am at the Shriro head office here in Hong Kong. They are the exclusive distributor of Hasselblad, and I have an X1D in my hand. We just shot a full video interview with Raymond of Shriro, and so wait for that video, but I just wanted to do my quick first impressions. Now this is very, very tiny. I'm gonna even, just give me a second here. It's not, I mean, in terms of size, I mean, this is the GH4. Obviously this is bigger, but you know, this is comparing micro four thirds to a medium format sensor here. And if I take this mount off, I mean, you cannot make this camera any smaller. Look at that sensor there. I mean, look at the size of that mount and look at how close to the edge the sensor is. I mean, you cannot make this camera, you see the distance between here and here. The only reason why there's that space is because if you look at the back, you need an EVF hump, and other than that, you have your LCD screen, and then there's no more space that's left. And this is the same sensor that is in their digital back, which they have adapted. So this is a 503. So this the front half of this is film, and the back half is the digital portion. Now I don't even know how you take this off anymore, but I should have figured this out. How do you take this back off? Either way, it uses all three of these Hasselblad cameras are all 50 megapixel sensors, all of them. And so if you look at the size of all of these, look how tiny this is. And it's not just about size, you know, they've really thought about the ergonomics. I've always hated cameras that put buttons on this side. This is pretty much all a right-hand operation. The grip is nice and deep. You got front and rear dials. The AF button is in their exact spot. Like naturally my thumb wants to rest here when I'm shooting, but if I wanted to press that, the AF or the AEL buttons are right, easily accessible. This dial is push in, so you can just move to where you want it to. It's actually it's almost like it doesn't even need to be pushed in. Like, it's not resistance that I don't see myself knocking it accidentally, because there's not on the edge there. But if you do, so let's say you're in aperture or manual, or you want to go into video, once you set it, you can just kind of push it down, which I feel is actually better than putting a locking mechanism, because if you forget that it's locked, so let's say it's up like this and you lock it, and then you try to move it, you know, then it's stuck, then you're like, why isn't it moving? Oh, I have to unlock it. The fact that when you push it in, it's flush, so you don't need to remember that it's locked. You know that you can't switch it when it's down. It has all the connectors. It has monitor in, it has microphone out, it has HDMI output, and has USB 3, double card slot, high speed. It has the the tripod mount in the middle. And I didn't mention this in the video, but it actually has the same as the Leica T, S, and SL, where the battery just kind of, I don't know if they work in conjunction with them, but that's a very well designed. It's aesthetically pleasing, it looks great, but as well, functionally, I don't know if I've actually had a camera that was so minimalist looking and futuristic, and yet still very well, like even the diopter is incorporated, right? If you look carefully there, it's incorporated right in there. So one of the things about this diopter control is that it often gets knocked by accident. Now this is a very well integrated, like right in there. So a lot of forethought went into this camera. I'm excited. I don't know if I'll be able to get one of these in Canada. I'm gonna try my best to be able to review it, but if not, knowing that it's the same sensors as these, you know what kind of resolution you're going to get out of it. These are all leaf shutter lenses, so this is going to be super quiet, and the maximum shutter speed is 1/2000th of a second, so you can flash sync to 1/2000. So you can actually do street photography with this camera using a flash. So the Fujifilm EF-X20 flash, which I love, use that on this for street, 50 megapixels, which blows my mind that you can do that. So I'm pretty excited. I'm happy that I'm actually surprised that Hasselblad beat Fujifilm to the punch to this camera. The body is made in Sweden, but the lenses are made in Japan. So this is a great combination of Swedish design with Japanese engineering. I'm sure Hasselblad probably helped design it, but then they have the Japanese brands to make it. My guess is maybe Fujifilm is building these lenses, which makes sense because Fujifilm has made medium format cameras for decades. So they would be, of all the brands that are out there right now, Nikon, Canon, Ricoh Pentax, Panasonic, I don't see anybody else being able to make medium format lenses for anyone else other than Fujifilm. So that's my guess, that it's Fujifilm making these lenses. So, you know, Fujifilm is working on their own medium format, but Hasselblad beat them to the punch. So that's great. So that's my first take on the Hasselblad X1D. Again, I hope I can get a review copy in Canada. If not, then I'll guess have to fly to Hong Kong and get Shriro to loan me their demo model. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll come all the way back just to review this camera because I'm pretty excited to do so. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy shooting. Click, click. Good.